Well, welcome everybody to session number 11. Get back in. Good to have everybody here tonight. So recapping from last session, you all had we jumped right into dealing with old John Jacob
Jingle Heimer Smith?
something like
Jacob
that.
White.
Yeah,
Just John Jacob. He didn't have. That was it. I think.
John Jacob Smith, maybe it was, or it wasn't Smith.
No, it
But
was,
was it Cooper?
White?
White. There you go.
I
And
think it's White. Yeah.
but really, more so, a much more ferocious, hairy version of the sort as a werewolf who came in and attacked, and with you all and with the Ghost Steel gang, did what you could to take care of him, and he brought along a little sidekick as well, and but you dispatched both, and miraculously putting down the werewolf also reverted his form back to John Jacob himself. Just needed to kind of be healed up. And yeah, so after that, as the dust settled, you talked with the Ghost Steel and Bud Ballack, who had offered, in exchange for this assistance, some information on Len Buckles that you sought them out for. He passed along a note, which I realized you guys got the wrong side of the back side of that note because of the dumb way that they put the handouts together and all the documents. So, but it's fine. And so yeah, you got that more important part, that combination to the safe, so you can seek that out and find out what's inside and hopefully get that, further information on Reeg and his situation.
So is there more to the note on the other side we didn't
It's
see?
just a different, a different message or a different note, from that he had written down. I was looking at because really that it's a full page paper that you guys have there, and I thought they just arranged it weird. But if you would flip that around, you cut those out and then you have a front and back. But very, very soon here, I imagine you're going to go after that safe. You're going to get the rest of that, and it's whatever. It doesn't really change anything from between here and there. So,
Okay.
yeah, it's not that other side of the note is going to say, do not open my safe because you will die, kind of a thing. So, no.
Wait, are you just saying it doesn't say that?
Right.
Because you don't want to spoil the explosion? Or, okay.
So, after that, you also talked, you had asked Bud about Scarlet, and he mentioned that, yes, Agent Reeg, kind of just in appreciation for Ghost Steel's help in whatever, and Scarlet had taken a liking to his weapon and kind of gave it to her as a token of good faith, whatever. And then, she got caught with it, ended up in jail. That's her situation. So you got a little closure, if you will, on the Gatling gun as well. And headed off as the night came. You head into Carter to, potentially stay the night before heading back to Heaston Hill the next day or whatever, as it was getting late. During dinner, you did overhear some gentlemen talking about one of the local cattle one of the stockyard foremen in Carter there, acting weird and just kind of not coming out of his shack and spouting off all this stuff about some crazy animal or something that come back to haunt him. The two gentlemen took you over there to talk to him, and you were able to get him to talk a little bit, and he was very frantic and just basically was saying, he was a bit remorseful in that, he probably was a little cruel to some of his animals, and it seemed that one of them came back to haunt him, and and make him, kind of pay for what he had done. And I think that's about where we left off. The night is coming around. I think you guys were just kind of hanging out to see, if this thing did happen to show up. Going to or whatever, so. Anything at this moment? You're just kind of hanging out in there with Mr. Kelly.
Hey, Reverend, do you have any questions about any of that? Because you weren't there, right?
I have so many questions. No, I mean, can you? What was the thing about the Gatling gun again?
Basically,
Was that last part.
You remember how Scarlett's locked up?
Yeah.
And we found out she sold the gun. Well, we found out that Reed actually gifted her the gun.
yeah.
Okay.
So she didn't take it off his dead body or anything like that. Well,
Right.
Allegedly.
that's what
Allegedly.
we were told.
Yeah. And I'm still fuzzy on like all of their like his.
So okay, so it was because the Ghost Steel had basically the Ghost Steel was hiding out up at the bench and hiding out from Marshall Wister, and then they came across Buckles fighting off a couple of miners acting really weird, really strange, and they kind of like tried to talk with them, and they just weren't having it, and it turned into a conflict, and they basically put them down. And so it was basically a thank you for kind of helping out to help, because Buckles they were attacking Buckles, and so help of, saving him. That's what he passed it off to Scarlet for, because she, took a fancy to it.
Okay.
One other key aspect of that for you, Reverend, was that Alec mentioned that when they did take out these miners, they fell to the ground and
They dissolved.
They dissolved, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay.
I was here for that.
Okay. Yeah,
But that
he
was
did
the
mention-
extent of Buckles and them's relationship. Like they just met one time.
That's
At
what
least
they,
according. Okay.
yeah,
At least
yep,
according
that's
to them.
what they said. Yep.
Okay. All right. That is what I was fuzzy on. All good. Yep.
So yeah, then afterwards he handed off the note and said, basically, hey, like get this to an agent. I think he said they'll know what to do with it. And of course, the Ghost Steel, though they're being outlaws, they didn't really want to go to the authorities right away. So yeah.
Right. And
So
this animal.
The other side, and I'm going to just read this out, and then you guys will see that in a second. But the other side of the note is of the combination note. So this is what should have been on that. There's a secret society in Easton Hill, but I can't figure out what they're up to or who's behind it. Whoever they are, I don't think Heaston's part of it. That's the other side of that note.
Okay, so we're supposed to have the side that says someone is sabotaging.
No, that is
No.
not.
We're not supposed to have that.
Yeah, what I just read is what should have been on the other side.
But we physically had the piece of paper, so if we would have flipped it over, we would have had the other side that we do see.
No.
Or is it not supposed to be on that?
Yeah,
on the other side of
it's
the paper?
it's out of character. The props that the way that they gave me the handouts for the game. That's how they did this.
So we don't have the safe combination.
You do. You
we
have
do.
the save combination, and then what I just read is on the other side.
Okay.
What we don't have is the top part.
We don't have this top part. Okay,
Yes.
good to know.
Yeah. I think what you would do is like you print these out back to back,
And you cut
and
them.
then you cut them. Yeah.
Yeah, okay,
I think
that
that's
makes
what
sense.
happens. So.
Okay, so we'll...
But like I said,
Okay.
it's not between those two messages. There's nothing I think significant enough to say, oh hey, one was a massive plot line to go kind of a thing.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I guess whenever we would have found out about the sabotage thing, you can tell us. Here's when you would have found it.
Right. Yeah.
So the plan was to probably head back to his holding and unlock the safe and then we got distracted by a farmer saying that his or a ranch hand, or what was this guy?
He's a stockyard foreman there in
Stockyard
Carter.
foreman
And
who
yeah, he's
treated
just,
animals like shit and now want us to come back to haunt him.
yes.
Good, that sounds like us. All
Yeah.
right, let's go.
So yeah, as I was telling Reverend when 'cause he was asking about what he missed and said that you ran into something, and his first response was, "Oh great, what did they do this time?" I said, "No, you're just being good citizens." So
I look. I apologize for my
Understandable.
instincts.
so
Hey, Reverend, I'm as innocent as the pure driven snow. Is that not so? That's not so.
Now-
we
now,
know it not. to be
I
so.
worry that since you're from the South, you've never seen snow, actual pure snow. So I worry that you don't know what you're talking about.
this man's been in New York. He's around. I'm sure he's seen the white powder.
It's the
Probably some
pure
nose powder
statement.
too, but
It's the pure statement, Reverend, that I might be a little confused about.
Look, I'm not here to judge. That's one of my sins that I can't seem to get past is judging. Anyhow, we're just out at the stockyard waiting for this animal.
you're
to
at
show
this
up.
guy's like shack.
Okay.
This little house, yeah, hanging out outside, and because he kept saying like it comes around at midnight every time, and it's basically hitting midnight, and it's
Yeah.
quiet at night, and you do hear in the distance a clang of a bell that you'd probably often find around the neck of a steer or something.
So basically, the plan was at midnight, a haunted bull thing is going to come terrorize. We're like, well, I guess we'll wait until midnight and find out if it's real.
Right.
And Revan, you
That was the
haven't seen our
extent of
new
the plan.
token toys yet.
Holy.
Oh, that's awesome. Got like an isometric map.
Yeah. So if you click on your token and then hold shift and use arrow keys, you can also spin yourself around in place. But it'll also, when you move them, they'll move as well.
So awesome. You'd have to unpause the game for me to be
Oh
able
yeah.
to test that.
I
but
don't.
yes.
Yeah, maybe you do, but so
Hold shift. Click on your token.
because then it doesn't move your character. If you use the arrow keys straight, it would move you around.
Oh.
But yeah, shift will move them. So, all right. So, you guys hear this come forward and out from the at the edge in the brush of the shack, and you can hear it snort. And in the distance, in the darkness, there's not much lighting here, but there is enough to see. And you see this. You see what light there is glistening off like these open wounds. I mean, it is a nasty looking creature over there. Rotted flesh, gaps you can see through the bone, chunks hanging off the beast. You know, gaps all over its body. Just kind of saunters forward. It's lets out a few snorts through its snout as it comes forward. And it at one point it rears up on its hind legs, and it stands like about 8 feet tall. It's a massive beast, and it almost looks like it's actually like walking on its hind legs for a few steps, not like rearing up like a horse or something would. Like it hops up almost like it's walking bipedally, then comes down and digs at the ground once.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, the hips on a bovine should not be able to endure that.
I don't think that that's the only thing that's not intact on it.
I don't think it's fucking alive, so I don't think it abides by standard bovine physiology.
Is it just sitting there looking at us? Or does it continually paw at the ground ready to charge?
1 second, I'm checking the cards.
Don't forget, if we have to do fear things, we need to do all that first before we get
Yes.
all fucked up again.
5.
We learned a lot about fear last week.
Combat in
how's-
general, yeah.
If you don't
Good.
do it at the very beginning, it really messes up a lot of things.
2, 3, 4. Oh, 5. Okay, there we go. All right, good. Make sure the deck was shuffled. I gotta remember to do that. I might do it automatically, so. Okay, so. Yeah, it comes forward and it looks like it's aggravated, it's angry, and it is kind of staring you guys down. As it comes into view, it is a sight that does elicit a response of fear in all of you, as this thing is just a nasty beast to gaze upon. So, everyone, as we learned, let's do fear checks all around, which is a...
You want to? Yeah. So you
Spirit
want to do
roll?
you want to do an order so we don't get all the rolls jumbled together.
Yeah, so James, let's do yours first. We'll go down the line. That's a good
Alright.
thing to do. So
Any modifiers to this like the last time?
yes, this is at a -1.
Wait. Okay. Alright. I don't see an option to add that, but let me.
Use the modifier down below,
Right.
above the
The trait modifier.
the manual.
thing.
Yeah, I think that's the best way to do it.
Okay. Let's see if that will. Oof.
Okay, that's a fail. And as we learned as well, that caught. You can like run away.
I think it depends on what the roll.
Oh,
is.
that's right. Yeah.
That was like.
Because
there
you,
was, like,
you
frightened,
roll
there was
at
also
the
panicked,
table.
right?
Mhm.
Okay, so as a fail, give me a d20 plus +1. D20 +1.
And Reverend, it's page 124 if you want to follow along on all the fun things.
Man,
that
all
will
the like
happen in-
icons and stuff are missing.
DMing SWADE, so I should probably follow along. Though,
Okay, so Uncle James, you are panicked. You immediately move your full pace, plus running die, away from the danger, and are shaken.
I've ever run for running before. Or rolled for running before. What is.
It does say you're. Oh wait,
What
full
page you say?
pace plus running die.
Is that athletics?
I think you click on pace.
There's a square.
normal people, like everyone's running die is a
I see.
D6.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
out.
so
Is
you
it
just-
broken for you guys? My shit's not loading.
You say what, page 124?
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
I'm
Yes.
gone.
I'm good.
I see that thing. I said nope. Right,
Interesting.
so
Hey, Todd, is it a failure or a critical that causes the fear table?
Oh, well, maybe we're not doing that right.
I thought I read.
goodbye.
no,
It's,
so it's no
if wild cards roll on the fear table at a +2 with
with a crit
a
fail.
critical fail. So if they critically fail,
Oh.
then they add a +2. But like, seems like probably
And that would be on top of any other bonuses. So this fear check is at a -1, and then you for when you make your spirit check, and then if you fail it, you put a +1 on that roll. So if you crit fail, you're at a +3 for this specific enemy.
oh shit. So you
Gotcha.
could just have a heart attack and fucking die.
Potentially,
cool.
yeah.
Cool.
All right, yeah, you're off the map basically. Was that 12 squares?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So next is JT. Spirit roll at -1.
Can the Reverend have a heart attack?
And also, does anybody, Revan, you have something against spear?
I probably do. That's right. I should be looking at this stuff. I'm sorry. I'm a bad player.
All right, JT, you are good.
I did it this time.
Next would be Revan. You're up next. I don't know if you have any features to.
I'm looking. I want to say I do, but
And all my icons are showing up broken. That's fun.
Yeah, I'm not getting any of the rolls from anybody else either.
Oh yeah, they're not coming through.
Harrow.
No, I got like James's. Well, now they're coming through.
Healing, counting, coup, undeath, unclean abomination. I don't think so.
Okay.
I think I can be scared just like.
We'll go.
I
Yeah,
don't
go
see
ahead and make the
anything.
roll.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I
look
mean,
up in the
it-
book too. See, I
Pretty
thought there
good
was, but
chance I'll pass this. It's a -1.
yes, spirit -1. Yeah. Oh, not damn.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. And John.
All right, spirits roll. Oops. So I should click it right and then -1 roll. Oh, so close.
Okay,
I feel
so
like the bull should be afraid of the Reverend.
the
But when he's a Benny on that. Hmm.
you gonna?
Nah, I guess not.
Okay, so roll a d20 plus 1. Five. Okay. You are distracted until the end of your next turn. So, when your turn comes up, so you're currently distracted, which I think is basically plus the enemy gets basically kind of like advantage against you. Well, not advantage, but
Oh man, I could get my adrenaline surge.
you get for undead. Reverend, you have +2 to toughness and spirit rolls to recover from shaken.
Okay. Yeah.
Is that, and then I don't think there's anything else though.
Yeah, if it's like distract, there's only -2 on my trait rolls. That's it.
Okay.
Vulnerable's different.
Okay, cool.
Oh, spirit rolls to recover. That's good to know. The +2 to spirit rolls to recover from shaken.
Yeah.
I have not been implementing that.
All right. So with that, Uncle James, now it is your turn proper.
Okay, so am I still panicked, or how does that work?
You're
Do I
just
have to make another?
you're just shaken. So I think you have to try to become
Yeah,
unshaken.
you are shaken, so you do have to. You're right, because you do try that every time, right? I think
I think so.
Yeah, you have to at the start of your turn. You
Yeah.
try to unshake.
it's a free action to do so. Vigor. So yeah, give a vigor roll. Oh. Yeah. Well, unfortunately, unless you want to Benny it, you are still
Yeah, I do.
okay.
Well, yeah, because you can choose a Benny to unshake automatically too. You don't have to roll for it.
Yeah, you don't have to roll.
Oh, right.
You just
But-
pay the Benny and
So it's kind of same. Well, yeah. I guess you
Don't
wouldn't
be
have had to
like
roll.
Chasey.
So
Yeah, so if you Benny to re-roll, then yeah, you
don't-
can't fail again.
yeah. Okay. All right. So yeah, you're good to go. You shake out of it and kind of catch yourself. You're like, wait a second, what am I
the
doing here?
fuck?
All right, it's just another terrible critter we gotta deal with. Okay. Let's these two. I always forget how to show how far it's moving. I know it says.
Like to move your token?
Yeah.
So click on your token, and then you like hold control, and then like click and drag away from your token.
Okay.
And I think that should be what you want to do.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was
And
trying
then
to
you can
press
hit.
control afterwards.
Yeah, you can hit spacebar, and it'll put in like a point if you want to like turn like that. So,
That's cute.
and you can also hit. Or no.
Then spacebar makes you move. Or no, you just click.
Yeah, you just click
in
to do the point. Spacebar will actually move your character.
Yeah. Don't forget your range on weapons is like fairly long too. I think it's like what 12, 24, 48. The
Depending on what you have, yeah.
yeah.
Generally.
Let's see.
Bad turn order for the bull.
Fuck that bowl.
I'm not sure it's capable of that anymore.
He deserves to die.
Ooh, perfect. Well, kind of recovering his senses. He's gonna come back and still kind of wary. He'll cast protection on everyone. Kind of sending their cards out. Go.
Max.
Yep.
Or James spent a Benny and Game Master got a Benny. You trading them?
Uh-oh. Alright, so what is that? I think it's... Damn it. There we are. Modifiers. +1. Alright, so it'll be... What the heck? Okay. Sorry? So, that's not right. What? Alright. I think we got it now. Subtract my PowerPoints. And roll that spellcasting. Alright, so everyone gets a +2 to their armor.
Nice.
Oh, Jesus. All right. Just sitting here at toughness +10. Or I guess just 10 toughness.
And that's his turn.
Okay. You come back to your senses, rush back forward, and leaning on the teachings of Mr. Hoyle, you give everyone an added boost to go up against this creature. JT.
All right. So JT pulls his cane up, begins twisting on the dials, and you just hear a whirring noise as it powers up, and he sticks something on the end of the cane that he's actually never used so far. And we're going to do a lingering, armor-piercing, damage-raised lightning burst into the bovine. We are not messing around. So I'm going to do armor-piercing 1, so keep that in mind, Todd. But let's see how it goes.
Target the beast as well.
Oh, yep.
I think if you guys, what is it, double right click for you guys? Double.
Yeah.
There it goes.
It's
For
target,
everyone other
alright.
than Rich.
All right, let's see how the weird science roll goes.
Got this, buddy. There you go.
Nice. Very nice.
And we got the raise out of it. Okay, so that cost me 7 points. That's a lot. And
You have 8 points to start with, or did you not recharge after the last?
I did not recharge.
Oh, that's a good point. Were there any
You did
You didn't-
healing. You passed out in fear and something last time.
wonderful?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Then you finally came to, and your Manitou took over. You needed to rest, and
Oh shit,
There-
that's not good.
no.
Okay.
We just
But,
flavored it that
yeah,
way since you
you-
weren't here. We were just like,
Yeah.
oh, he must have fallen
Okay.
asleep.
You did do some healing, I think.
How many people did I heal?
Just one.
Yeah, I think it was
Okay,
just
so
one
I'm-
person.
healing
So.
thing.
I'm down 3 points then. That's
Okay.
fair.
I
You
thought
would've
we
had-
said we had some time at dinner.
Yeah, you would have got them all back by
Oh,
now.
we got 'em
They would've
back. Oh,
recharged.
okay.
Oh,
They
that's
would've
right. Yeah,
recharged.
yeah.
Like they recharge
It's
like what,
fine.
5 an hour or something.
Yeah.
So JT, you probably have all your points back more or less as well.
Okay, let me 7, 8. Okay. Oop. Yeah, what's going on with the dice? All right, I'm gonna have to roll damage manually, I guess.
Ugh.
Weird, damage thing is not.
Oh, didn't show up. Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, so 9 armor piercing 1.
Total 9. One of those is armor piercing.
No, it's 1 level of armor piercing. So if
Oh.
it has armor, it ignores 1. I don't know how much armor it has. So
Yeah. Okay.
Armor piercing works like just from my knowledge, if it has like 6 toughness and part of that's from armor, like at least one of that's from armor, and there's an armor piercing 1, it just ignores that part of toughness.
That's right. Yeah. So
Okay.
so basically, the total toughness, I think, it would, in that case, if it had a 1 armor, would be
reduced.
5.
yeah,
Okay, yeah.
my mistake. 1 level of armor piercing is AP 2. So it
Oh,
Okay.
ignores
AP 2.
2
points.
pieces of armor. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool, that's good to know.
So, yeah, unfortunately, so you blast out, is like a lightning blast, you said?
Yep.
Yeah, so you blast out and it goes and it courses through the beast, and it does writhe in, annoyance, maybe pain, if it can feel things in its state, but unfortunately, it's not enough to really do anything else. To cause any significant damage to the beasts.
Yep. And then it'll.
Is it really? Yeah, was it 4d6? Only get 9 points. Is bad. Bad
Yeah.
damage
So
roll.
next
yeah.
round it'll take 4d4 as lingering damage.
Okay, good to know.
So
Yeah, remember that. And
Yep.
okay, and okay, is that your turn?
yes, that is
Okay,
my turn.
Reverend.
All right, John. Let's wait, shift. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna come up to John and I'm going to cast Smite on his guns, hit both his guns and my gun. So that's 2, 3, 4 power points if this works. So I'm gonna... Can I not? How do you add and subtract? It's not working. The buttons aren't working. Oh God!
It's
never
doing
mind.
something.
Yeah, I did that too.
I was.
Yeah, you were at like 30 for a second there.
Yep.
So you should be at what, 18 now?
Well, it's gonna cost me. It's gonna cost me 4 to do
4.
this.
Oh, okay.
Does this refresh this card? Okay. How do I make it go then? I just have to roll the religion die.
Can you
faith
click
die.
smite? The word
If
smite?
I do that, it opens up the
Oh, just the card.
description.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh well.
Things
All
are
right. Here we
wonky.
go. Faith. Yeah, I'll take that.
Nice.
Ooh, with a
That'll
raise.
be a raise. So now you do.
This is
I
what
keep
happened to those.
forgetting.
That's what happened to the dinosaur. It makes it's like a +4 to everything
Yeah, it's a
now.
plus
is there
4 to
something-
damage. It doesn't. I keep forgetting that it doesn't give you it doesn't overcome like any magical resistance or anything like that, but it does give you a +4 to damage with the raise, and that'll be his turn.
Well, I think I think we did talk about. I think we said it would make it like, yeah, like non-natural for
Okay.
like. At least I think 'cause it's been like blessed, I guess, by God.
Yeah.
it-
So.
By something.
Yeah, and it does affect just your loaded rounds. So like once your rounds are expelled, then
Yeah.
the power does go away.
So you basically have 2, because you haven't fired yet. I assume he always keeps 6 bullets in each gun, so he's got 12 bullets.
Yeah,
And the Reverend has 6.
I guess it's 5 rounds, or when your ammo runs out, whichever happens first.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the Reverend kind of comes up behind John, like kind of somberly walking, saying a very quiet prayer. And John, you see the cylinders on your gun start to shine white.
John's also distracted, so I don't know that he sees anything.
I'll just be like,
Yeah.
"Hey, pay attention."
What?
Is that your turn, Reverend?
Yeah, that'll be it.
Okay, and
Snap
John,
out
you
of
are
it,
now
Cooper.
up. Yes, I think you're distracted till the end of this turn.
All right. Well, John, somewhat distracted, but instincts kick in and knows what to do with his 6-shooter. So he's going to notice them and say, "Oh shit, they're glowing. Let's cause some damage here." He's going to fire 1 round from each one of his Colt revolvers towards the cow.
Okay, that'll be 2 actions. Is that what you're doing then?
Nope,
Or do
I
you
don't
hit?
suffer. I don't get the multi-action
Okay,
penalty.
nice.
So I have distracted checked, so I'm going to
So it
assume
should,
that it's
yeah, it
going
should take-
to
Wow.
do what it's supposed to. Looks like
Status,
it did.
yes, yep.
Okay. I assume that's a hit 'cause it's a 4.
Range, yes.
I have to do what? Hit +4 damage roll modifier, damage
Damn it.
inbound.
Okay, so first one comes through, and it does hit for a to shake the bull, and
There you go.
let's see, apply damage. Has been shaken. Okay,
All right, and he's going to fire with the second revolver here. Oh, just going to miss.
the beast is kind of writhing and moving around, and unfortunately throws off your aim, and you're not able to connect on the second shot. Is frustrated. Anything else for you, John?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and use my regular free sort of movement, and we are going to go whoop, over here around the corner of the shack.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. Rotate my guy. And that will be it for John.
All right, it is the Hodag's turn, and
So
it-
the damage, Todd, happens on its turn now.
okay,
Oh, and I'm no longer distracted. And check that.
let her rip.
Let's see.
Do almost more damage with
7.
4d4s than you did the 4d6s.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
how bad the freaking
Just
dice
yeah.
rolls were.
All right. So the bull will
Unshake.
yeah, it's gonna. I might as well try it. At least it's free. Can't you? Spirit or vigor? Spirit roll.
Spirit.
Okay, save a Benny. No longer shaken, and the bull, the beast before you, looks down and is annoyed that it's just taken a shot and then had the electricity course through it, and it rears down and takes off running towards
The lightning.
both JT and Reverend.
John grew up in Texas. He knows not to stand in the way of a mad bull. He moved around the side of the shack.
And the bull rushes forward, and as it does, it rears its head down and then throws it up and swings it side to side, gashing out towards both Reverend and JT. And
We are the high armor characters, so
Reverend-
we see how it works.
Reverend, you were kind of like the straight on shot that he went after first, and actually no, because JT hit him, he'll do this. Because he ran, he gets a little bit of a extra oomph to his attempted gore here. So
Well, this is gonna hurt probably.
Probably.
We'll see though.
all right, this is against Reverend or JT here. Okay, that'll miss, and we'll then turn to
He's trying to get past my parry, right?
yes.
Okay. Got a pretty good chance.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna retry one of these.
Ah,
Who do you want to hurt more, Todd?
it's me. I missed the last session. That's why. Oh shit.
All right, got you with a raise. Okay, so
Well, nice
uh,
knowing y'all.
the bull turns to you, and yeah, and then is going to. Oh, he doesn't get the extra bonus because that would have been applied to JT. I said that, so I won't, even though it missed. But raise damage coming in to you.
Less than 8. That's more than my
Oh, we
toughness.
lost John. What's your toughness at?
8. Oh, it's a 10.
It's 11.
Yeah, so it's a 10.
But it caused a wound, or I mean, it caused shaken.
Yeah, it causes shaking. Yep.
Yeah, if you
Yeah,
click on your token, and then you can apply that damage.
Okay. Oh, do I not just tick shaken?
Well, you
How do I
can.
do that?
It'll do that if you click on your token, and then in the chat card, hit that checkmark teardrop to apply it, and then it'll do it.
On my token.
Yeah. So
Okay,
just
it's clicked.
Yep.
And then
the checkmark teardrop
where's that?
in the chat, right? See where it says, at the bottom, it says Reverend Marcus 11. Should be a Benny symbol. Do you not see that?
No, I don't see that.
Interesting. You don't see the 11 damage?
I can see 11, but there's nothing next to it.
Maybe I do it then.
Yeah.
There we go.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, did that apply to my sheet?
Yes, it should have.
It did.
Interesting.
Yep, that's cool. Cool.
Interesting. Okay. So, that and Reverend and
I can't get back in the game. What the hell?
uh-oh. It says you are.
Well, because that's the problem. It says
Maybe
I'm in the game, so I
Maybe
can't
it
pick
thinks
myself.
you are, yeah. I don't.
Are you able to kick me out of the game?
I can kick you. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah,
Right
see if
before
that
I-
lets you.
Right before I got kicked off, I don't know if you heard the question I asked or not.
I know. Nope.
I was wondering if the bull's attack was a true second attack or if it was a like an ability to let
A
it attack
feature,
twice.
yeah. So
Okay.
sweep. It's improved sweep actually.
Okay. Because I say none of us ever do multi attacks, so we always kind of
Mm-hmm.
forget you when you do multiple actions, you do everything at a -2. I think. Right?
Yeah, it allows a character make a single fighting attack and apply it against all targets in its reach.
Oh,
Right.
nice.
Yeah. So.
That's dope.
John has something that lets him like shoot
Fan the,
twice,
fan
right?
the hammer, I think.
Yeah. Or is it
Or no, something else. Yeah.
Is it-
Two
is
gun.
it two gun kid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
still
need
can't get back.
JT, John, if you can get back in, and Reverend. I think. Do you have a sense of smell?
Good question. Probably. Hold on.
let's say, okay, so JT, Reverend, and John, you all need to do vigor rolls -2. Reverend, yours will be straight.
Okay.
But JT and John, vigor at -2.
Yeah, I can't get back in.
Wait. Why? I should have had a minus because of shaken, right? Or no?
You should, yeah, because it's all trait rolls.
But it didn't give me anything, even though it's checked on my sheet.
Yeah.
Because shaken is -1, right?
-1,
double
yeah.
ones are fail, right? Crit fail. Double ones.
Not modified.
Can I Benny that?
If you want, yeah.
I'm trying to figure out why that didn't happen.
1 second, Indy. I'm gonna. Where are you at? In the loading screen?
Yeah, I'm just on the join game session. Everybody's grayed out except the Moonbot, so I can't actually come
You
back
can't even
in.
click yours.
No, wounds.
Nope.
Wounds just give -1, not shaken. Shaken, you just can't act until you.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
Yeah.
You're right. Distracted is the -2. That's what it is. Distracted gives you -2 to rolls. Which Indy had earlier. So. Okay. So Reverend, you're good. You catch this waft of just disgusting stench that hits you hard, but you're kind of a little maybe used to it.
Yeah.
Maybe a
Smells
little
smells a
on
little
brand.
Like me. Yeah.
JT, unfortunately, you just cannot deal with that, and it hits you hard. And you are currently -2 penalty to your trait rolls for the stench, and we'll say to the end of your next turn. And then see if, or actually, we'll probably do like another vigor roll, see if you can kind of stomach it. Let's see here. 1 second. Try and get. Oh no. Are you guys still in?
Yeah. Still
Okay.
good.
I went to the forge and then like it did not like that. I wanted to configure my players. I mean, that shouldn't be anything different, Indy, but yeah, wait. Yeah,
We
you
may
guys are all
just need to all leave so you can like.
well, so now when I'm logging in, well, because you guys are in, but Indy, see, I don't know if you truly got kicked out. That's the problem. Because
Yeah,
you
it's
guys
like
are all
I'm-
grayed out as well. Oh, you back in?
No, it's just
Oh,
like I think it
it's-
thinks that somebody's in as that.
It says you're in. Let me kick you again, okay?
Okay. So I have a thing that says leave game. I think that means like leave, not just like leave the session.
Yeah, no, you don't want to leave the game.
In another game, this happened to one of the players a couple times, and we just kind of had to everyone get out and.
So yeah, you're actually
wanna do
still
that?
you're still sitting here, even when I say kick you. It's not.
Do you want all of us to get out and you restart it?
Yeah, let's try that real quick. I'll stop the server and then restart that.
So weird. It's just like yeah. It's like
Okay.
since it was like a network thing, but you would think that eventually you would like time out. You'd have a way to like kick somebody. That's
I mean, actually,
Just-
I'm gonna do it right here, and this will probably kick all you out.
It gets like stuck thinking you're in there. It's weird.
Like I said, I was having some other kind of issues too. I don't know. There's just something that. Come on. Okay, look.
Hey, now I'm back.
Alrighty. Oh, I'm in.
Are we allowed to get back in?
Oh yeah, sorry.
That's okay. No, I'm in the wrong channel. What is happening? Okay, we're good. Why do I have so many goddamn tabs open?
Okay, so yeah, Rich, as I said, you have -2.
That's to everything, right? Until
To all
Trait
trait
rolls.
to all trait rolls. So
okay.
but I guess, yeah, I mean if you you technically I think do a spell casting, that's technically a trait roll. It says like if you're within 25 feet. So like I said, I think what we'll do is like you can make another attempt at it, and then if you succeed, then you kind of stomach it. Otherwise, it'll carry on, or if it moves out of that range.
I remember an inch is 6 feet.
Something like that.
Some weird
It says
number
4
like that.
inches is the distance. Yeah. So it's yeah. Okay. All right. Next round we go to. That is the end of its turn, and it will.
I can't smell you.
Yeah. Let's see how the next round goes. Oh, Joker.
Hey,
Our first one, or no, that's not our first one. We've had him before, but
Yeah.
so John,
Didn't,
yeah, you can go wherever you want. You get +2 on basically everything.
All right. So, well, seeing how Hodag is up next, I'm not gonna let him go first. I'm gonna see if I can help out my buddies here. Yeah. So John, see now, good. The bull's distracted there by the old Reverend and JT.
Did you? Sorry, you got to make your vigor check as well.
Oh, I'm
'Cause-
far enough away though, right?
No, you are. Yeah, you're
I guess
there.
we cut through
It's
the
there
house.
close. I'll let you add a -1 rather than a -2. You're right on the edge of it and around the corner, but
And what kind of roll was it?
vigor. You might not be sure if it's the bull or a reverend, to be honest.
I don't smell like that. Not that bad.
All right, you are good.
I take care of myself.
All right. So everything is at a +2, correct?
For the Joker, yes.
For the Joker. Yep. Okay. John's going to peek around the corner here, the shack, and see the bull, and take some shots at him again with his revolvers.
And do we get Benny's back for the Joker?
Oh,
Wow.
damn.
29.
Hot damn.
All the effects aren't working, but
Six raises.
the I think
Can he just empty his revolvers into it now? Like,
Did you pick up the Gatling revolver? Nah, my thumbs are just that quick.
I think I don't know if everyone gets a Benny.
I think it's just.
Oh, yeah. I think everybody does. All the players get one, don't they?
Oh,
When a player, oh yeah, all players get a Benny. So
incredible.
it looks like it actually did it. So you guys have,
Oh, sure. Yeah, we'll have 4 now.
Oh,
And Rich is back up to
because
3.
because James, you used one. You must have, right? Yeah, I think
he
you
used
For a
one.
For a
shaken.
shaken. That's right. Yep. Okay. So yeah, that worked. Cool.
Shaken.
Cool. So that worked.
All
All right.
So,
So you definitely hit.
I've got +2 damage from the Joker,
Joker.
and +4 from Reverend.
And
So
you
that's
even
+6
And then plus whatever you get from the fucking raise.
raise
6
damage.
raises.
wow.
How many
You
raises
only
do you actually
no.
get?
You only ever get one more
Yes.
damage
you just-
die.
It's just the plus raise
Yeah.
button. Otherwise, it'd be 6 extra
So
damage.
when you
dice.
do your, oh, you have a +4 +8. So try and click +2 and
I have-
+4.
Yeah, I've got 4 and 2 both selected.
Oh,
so I
okay,
think that'll
cool.
Work.
Nice. Nice, nice.
Another.
Holy shite.
Shit.
Did you have him selected?
Oh shit! No, I didn't.
Okay,
Damn it.
so yeah, that's gonna
Doesn't count. Roll again.
all right. So you have armor piercing of 1.
Yep.
Okay, so that brings it down to an 11. So 11 from 33 is 22, and then every 4 over that, 22 is 5. Yeah, so it's still a shit ton of.
Wounds.
Let's see.
That's good old Rosa there, his trademark weapon.
That bullet had the wrath of God behind it.
Yeah, it literally did. That +4 extra from the smite.
One of these days, I'm gonna cast this power on my gun, and I'm actually gonna get to shoot my gun. Hasn't happened yet.
All right, so I don't know if it's gonna be tough to do so, but I'm gonna go ahead and try and soak. With a Benny here and vigor. Yeah, vigor check. Okay. So I got to get rid of 5. So let's see. Oh, the 11 points to get it to 22 is the shaken, and then on top of that there was 5 more. Yeah, 5 wounds. Okay. I got to get. Yeah. All right.
Is it 4 more? Every 4 more, or every
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 4
toughness
points.
more? So it's 4 points over.
No, I believe it's every 4 on top of that. You have to pass the toughness to get anything, and then any 4 points past that
It's another
where it
wound.
would be a wound. Yeah.
Okay, so anywhere between like 1 and 3 damage above toughness is just shaken, and when you
Page
get to 4,
94.
and then when you hit 4, that's when it starts to wound.
Yep. Yeah.
Page 94 has a table for it. Wherever
Okay,
that's
yeah, it's
really
every raise on the damage roll
Okay.
inflicts a wound.
I'm trying to understand this better because my players are barreling towards their first combat. Although it's play by post, so barreling
It's
is a
Two.
strong word.
To your point, it's toughness +4, +8, +12, +16, right? Like that's where the
I see it. Yeah, that's a cool table. I like it.
Okay, so he was able to soak 2 wounds, bringing it down to 3, which is the max they can take, but they're not completely dead. So basically, bleeding out essentially. So
Oh, did you Benny it and reroll the soak?
yeah, yep. So I got a raise on that. So still shaken, still has shaken and 3 wounds. Because you can only do that one time. You can only do the initial soak one time, and then anything else on your turn, John? Let's resolve that.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot him again with the other gun.
Okay.
And then Todd, you can also spend a Benny to get rid of Shaken immediately.
That is true. Yeah.
But so before anybody else does anything, you can do that. You have plenty of Benny.
Yeah.
wounds.
I mean, I can do it whenever. Yeah. Yeah. I probably. Well. Yeah. Actually, I will do that because I think.
Yeah. Not that I'm trying to get my character killed or anything.
Yeah.
but if
Because
you wanna
that
make this super
I
hard-
get what you're saying because that a shaken is kind of a free wound. Yeah, I get you. Yep. Okay.
All right. So is Hodag ready?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Sheet wise? Okay, so the sheet's correct. I haven't selected this time, so it should work out correctly. Trait roll will be at a +2 for the Joker. Yeah. And be
Nice.
+6 with raise.
Jeez, oh peaks. All right, yeah,
Christ.
nothing to be done there. That is definitely gonna. You had him targeted this time, right?
Yes.
It's 12 or
I
piercing.
mean, I had to take a default 6 out of the gate plus 2d6.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. So okay. So yeah, that's just gonna. I mean, I think.
I think you technically can try to soak again.
Yeah, but depending on how many wounds he's got, top
Well,
it
no,
off
it's got
takes.
wait. Yeah, no, I'd have to. Yeah. I think at this point, like, I don't know that it specifically talks about, like if you go past 3 wounds, you can take 3 wounds and still function. Further damage doesn't cause additional wounds, but incapacitates them. So actually, that's where it is. So you didn't do anything. He remained. Actually, no, you did. You pushed him to incapacitation, shaken and incapacitation, because he was at 3 wounds, and at 3 wounds you're not incapacitated, but you've caused an additional one to push him over to incapacitated.
Mm-hmm. He's considered a wild card or whatever.
Yes. Okay. Anything else in your turn?
Nope. That
Okay.
will do it.
All right. So now it is the Hodag's turn. It is shaken. It is going to go ahead and it's incapacitated. Go ahead and may not perform actions. Bleeding out.
Okay. Does it have a heal? If it has a heal effect, it just needs to heal 1 wound and it gets back up. It's no longer incapacitated.
Interesting.
It's going to go ahead and get rid of shaken, or I'm going to spend a Benny to do that, and then vigor roll. Oh, immediate vigor roll, actually. So it has to do immediate vigor roll now. It ignores 1 point of wound modifier, which still wouldn't help. Or no, it would. Wait. Get -2. It'd be a 3. It wouldn't matter. I'm bending that. Not better. Okay. So, failure, and just because I know it's an extra, essentially, but
See what injury we did to it.
yeah. So, Indy, go ahead and roll me a d6. Okay. So it's hit him in the guts. It's battered. Its vigor is reduced by a die type, which would be significant. But it's bleeding out. It is an extra, essentially. I mean, it's a wild card extra NPC. So, I mean, it's obviously you guys aren't going to heal it. So,
Oh, maybe we can tame him now and be our friend. We've shown we're the superior, we're the alpha in the fight, so now he'll serve us.
We'll never be able to go anywhere again. Have you smelled this thing?
Oh, don't smell too much.
He's perfect for you.
Yes, the hell with
So,
undead
with that-
preacher and an undead bull riding around.
with that, you, John, around the corner, you fire in a couple of rounds into the bull, and it is just too much for the beast, and it does fall to its final death. There at the feet of JT and Reverend, the stench just continuing to rise up from its rotting flesh. You have seemingly taken care of that.
Well, Lord Jesus Almighty, the gods definitely answered this thing.
What could cause something like this to happen? Wait, I'm supposed to be the one with answers like that. Do I know anything that would
Exactly,
cause?
Reverend. When it comes to stinky, undead, strange mumbo jumbo, you're the expert.
Do I know anything that would cause a bull to come back to life, or to undeath? I suppose.
You can give me an occult roll.
I
You
do
have
not
that, right?
Nope.
No,
Okay,
I do.
so yeah, you can do unskilled, Reverend. But yeah, Uncle James, if you want, you can.
I need to recover from shaken.
We're out of
I
combat,
think
so it
we
doesn't really-
out of combat it goes away. So
Well, that's good.
Oh. Was that Uncle James's role?
No, that was my shaken. Hey, there's my unskilled attempt though.
not bad. Uncle James, you gonna roll too?
Yep.
Okay.
Um,
Oh no!
And make eyes.
This happened again on something else.
Jesus.
Oh,
if
wait.
you've
I want to
forgotten-
hear some wild ass shit coming out of Uncle James's mouth right now.
So, that you gotta make it worse somehow.
All right, we'll figure this one out. So, as oh man, I'm trying to. I think
Maybe you want to go and like take, taste the blood to see if you can figure out what what brought it back to life.
Don't do that.
it. Uncle James, as the dust settles from the encounter, and you kind of try to think to yourself, what was this thing? And for some reason, a memory comes up that something that kind of triggered in the beginning of when the beast appeared as well, that caused you to run away. This memory that was shielded away resurfaces. I think that we'll go with like the Reverend, you now have a minor phobia hindrance of large cattle.
Oh,
They
that
put you on
sucks.
edge. What was let's see, the phobia minor gives you,
It's a -1, I believe.
yep, -1 from trait
Hindrances.
rolls when it's kind of in sight. So
Yeah.
Right.
yeah, so I think that's what we'll do with the crit failure for that. Reverend, you maybe a little something out of your knowledge, but at the same time, as this, you kind of think about this and you realize, this beast, a hodag, is often formed when spirit of a mistreated beast, when the spirit comes back to a mistreated beast, in this case the ox. Hodags are kind of specific to this type of beast as well, oxens, longhorns, etc. But yeah, just a second.
Something called I've never seen one before, but something called a hodag. It's just like the man said, they mistreat an animal, it'll come back and mistreat you.
Mr. Kelly, you hear the door to his shack creak open and peek out, and you see his sheepish face there looking through the doorway, and he just looks out and says, did it come? Did you take, is that it? As he sees the large mass there.
Yep, that's it. Now,
It's the poor beast you beat to death come back to do the same to you.
now this one's been taken care of. But if you continue to mistreat your animals, they'll keep coming.
Yes, I do see the errors of my ways. I do have very much sorrow for my actions, remorse for my actions. I've only ever seen the one. I do greatly appreciate y'all taking care of it. I hope that it's off to a better place now. And I'm looking directly at you, Reverend, and it's maybe now I can get some sleep and focus on recovery for myself.
Might be
There's-
good that you.
There's your line.
I didn't. Oh, there it is. It's a good one.
I saw that by your character.
Yeah, it does that.
Yeah, it pops like a little speech bubble.
Huh.
He'll just lean in a little close, so he can. What's this guy's name?
James Kelly.
Kelly. So Mr. Kelly can see like the gauntness and paleness of his face. Lean in and say, God created all living things. Might be you want to pray on that before you raise your hand to another animal. Might help you sleep better at night.
He looks at you, and initially there is that kind of shock, jolt back at your pale complexion, sunken features to an extent, whatnot, and he recomposes himself and absolutely, Reverend. I shall only raise my hands together in prayer going forward.
Good man. See that you do. And
again, I thank you all so very much for your help here tonight. It's awfully late. I don't really have much in the way of lodgings here. Gestures, over his shoulder, but I'd be happy to take care of your night here in town in exchange for your assistance.
Well, and I suppose in that case, it's about time to get back to I can't remember what it was. It was a hotel or a restaurant or bar, what the place was we were
You
at
went to
officially.
a bar, or you went to a restaurant, and then it might have been Camo. Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah. I think we were planning to stay here for the night anyway, so.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It
Thank
doesn't
God
say.
James is a good sleeper, so he can't hear the cattle outside.
yeah, that's a terrible thing to have a phobia of.
So is it like you said large cattle? Is it just
Yeah, kind of like.
adult,
Yeah,
or
like
bulls in
longhorns,
like a
longhorns,
large
thing like
bull,
that. Yeah, and then and we'll kind of do it like Reverend. Did you get rid of yours yet or not?
Nope.
Because I think we did like a, what did we say, like a spirit roll or something. I forget which one. We were saying like you basically can try and roll out of it, like overcome it.
okay?
Next time I see a piano, I can
Yeah,
try.
because you did, and then I think you attempted it and must have
I
failed.
think I failed.
So you're still
Even with
yeah,
the
was
fucking
in the,
D12.
in the bar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Balak's brother, Lee, I think it was.
At the
Yeah, that's
the gold
Gold coin. Yeah. Anything else? Or you guys just head in for the night?
Yeah, well, I guess if the best he can do for us is paying for some booze and night at the inn, I guess that's what we'll do.
Yeah.
He'll definitely get you the ladder. Yeah. So yeah, you guys head over to the establishment that you plan on calling it a
As
night.
as we're heading over, I sort of get Mr. Cooper's attention and say, "So the main revolver is Rosa, but does the other one have a name yet, Mr. Cooper?"
Nope, not yet. Nothing struck me yet, I suppose, to name this one. The Rosa of those got more of a special meaning to me, I suppose.
Ex-girlfriend?
In a manner of speaking, I guess.
Well, at the rate you're discharging the fury of our Lord, you should probably ask the Reverend for a name for the second one.
Does everyone know your backstory, John?
I don't think so. I got no idea.
He's been very,
No, I mean,
very vague about it.
Well,
He's
I've mentioned things of losing somebody in the past to what's her name? Lynn Buttons' girlfriend.
Len Buckles, yeah.
Yeah.
Len Buttons.
I like calling her Buttons.
That's a different guy. That was his friend. I want to know what her name is now too.
Millie?
Millie.
Millie,
Yeah, that's right. Nah, I don't need to name another man's weapon. Besides, I'm not that creative.
Well, if we're talking about weapons that are dealing divine
Justice.
divine fury, perhaps Michael after the archangel. Beefin.
As you continue on thinking of different suggestions for what the offhand at younger Cooper's hip might be named, you head to your establishment for the evening, taken care of by Mr. Kelly, and you're able to settle in for the evening after a very long day. Quite a bit going on, and for some of you, sleep probably comes pretty quickly. And for those that does come, it comes hard. Bovine phobia, nice. Is that like an actual? That's not an actual
Yeah,
name.
I looked
is
it
it?
up.
Nice.
People really out there afraid of cows?
Could always call the. This isn't something the Reverend suggests because he's not that smart. You could always call it the Elegius, it's the patron saint of cows.
Well, it does a whole hell of a lot more than just kill cattle. So, plus that's a real mouthful to try to say.
Yeah.
Elegius, yeah, that's fair.
You
Patron saint of cows.
get
Well,
a.
technically cattle and horses, but it's funnier if you just say the patron saint of cows.
Seems odd to name a device that is used to kill after, because I'd imagine Elegius is not.
Big on
Patron saint of butchers? No.
Yeah.
No, not at all. Although, hold on.
I can stick my head up the bull's ass, but
Bartholomew is the patron saint of butchers.
interesting.
Bartholomew.
You all get
Bart.
a well rested night's sleep. Some of you harder than others, as you tend to do, but
Sleep.
you realize that without your pet rock nearby, the sleep is much more deep and relaxing and recharging you all.
I'm shocked.
Oh yeah, I forgot about our little rock.
The morning comes, the town comes alive, and busy town it is. The stockyards fill up and begin trading the livestock. Yeah, It's back in the morning. What do you want to do from here?
Well, fuck. Sorry, we got a safe to open, don't we?
Yeah. Any excuse to get away from all these animals.
James, you gonna be okay?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
You're just a mite jumpy as we ride past the stockyard.
I imagine he's probably shuffling his deck with a little more frequency.
Like a nervous tick.
Yeah. He does it a lot anyways, but you know.
Little extra
Nev-
this time around, yeah.
Uncle James, I never knew you had such a dislike for cattle. I suppose that's why Paul became the rancher and you became whatever it is you ended up doing, gambling and vagabond around the West.
Yeah, gambling and rambling. It's never was one for too much manual labor.
Oh,
You're gonna have
yeah,
a flashback series of Meet the Coopers.
yes,
Oh my god.
suppose, yeah. I mean, somebody be more responsible between the two, I guess.
Yeah, I'm out here trying to look after you, ain't I?
I do appreciate it. I'm sure the family appreciates it as well.
Although, much as I do love your mother, you may not want to tell her too much about it. She's not the biggest fan.
Oh, I know. I heard plenty of conversations between her and Paul and over over the dinner table.
Your father still working the ranch, John?
Yep, he's still down there making a go of it.
That's not easy living, but it definitely keeps you out of trouble.
Yeah, suppose it does. It's sort of what I pictured myself eventually doing at one point, but I guess fate had other things in mind. Now I'm out here killing Utah raptors and cattle come to life.
It has been a strange few weeks.
That it has. Hopefully we're doing a little bit of good out here for these folks. Doesn't seem like they have a whole lot out here as far as people trying to take care of these things. The army didn't want to do a damn thing when we met them at the fort.
Well, Army's got their hands full pushing the Indians all over the country, so
Oh yeah, real important. The Lord's work doing that, I suppose.
that's what they tell me. But well, suppose it better be us if no one else is gonna do any good out here.
Yep, so it would seem.
And if we have to kill a few more undead cows along the way, well, we'll just hope James makes it through all right. But no pianos. None.
Might have to
I
go
swear
see.
if I
Yeah,
see
might
a
have to
cow
go see
playing
it
a
again.
piano,
Stop
we
in.
may, both just have to.
Yeah, I suppose we ain't gonna be paying too many visits over to that dance hall anytime soon. Then.
Oh, even before I had a problem with pianos, that wouldn't really be my scene. I have 3 left feet.
They're okay.
Reverend
the-
didn't lose his endowment in his gun shop
Yeah.
blast.
So the,
That's not what I meant.
I was
but,
gonna say that what two belong to you and one to the Manitou.
That's
look, when
better.
your blood doesn't flow anymore, it's just useless. It doesn't. There's nothing you can do about it.
Rigor mortis.
Ah!
So get some breakfast. on that
Yeah,
note,
let's move on from
get
that.
some breakfast, head on out.
How about that safe? You got that key handy?
Key, I thought it was a.
I believe it's I mean,
Combination.
it's gonna be a good at least a half a day back straight to Heaston Hill. Stopping
we
anywhere
got-
along the way? Stopping in to see Lee for any reason?
Oh yeah, I forgot because didn't Bud tell us to give his regards to Lee or something?
Mm.
Did mention
So I
that,
guess
so.
I mean, I guess as we're passing through, we might as well stop in and let
Tell
him
him-
know. Let him know we didn't kill him.
And neither did the werewolf.
Yeah, we actually saved him. So
All right, so you head off down the trail along the Denver Pacific rail line there, south of Carter, going, stopping at Bridger Depot, where you then make your turn towards along the Oregon Trail towards Fort Bridger, and then Erie is the next stop over from that, so you can stop into the Gold Coin, see if Lee is there. It definitely would probably be, I think that distance is definitely takes you a good bit all the way up to Carter to there, so probably afternoon at this point. Get there, so the saloon is open and quiet crowd, not really a ton of people there, but familiar face behind the bar is there. Everyone going inside.
say
Is there a
JT,
piano in this
gonna-
bar?
look to start
Yeah,
another
this
bar
is
fight here.
It is, yeah.
Right. All right.
I will. Yeah, I will go in, but as the first seat that's available near the door, I'll just sit down because I'm not going to cause any more trouble here. I'm a bit of an acquired taste around these bars.
That's
Yeah.
right. see if the second.
Wherever the
second-
piano is, I will sit opposite,
Okay.
so I can see both the door and the piano.
All right, so you probably find a
Watch them.
seat with JT there right by the door, and yeah.
Well,
Okay.
on that note, when the Reverend looks for the piano and then goes in the other direction, I go sit down at the piano.
Don't you do it. Don't you do it.
Lee looks up as you all come through the door, and well, welcome back. Find what you're looking for.
Yeah, suppose we did.
Uh,
And
you're,
And well, unfortunately, we ain't any richer. So your brother and his group are still out there, alive and well, just like we promised.
there's the very slightest and quickest little, like a smile or smirk on his face in reaction to that, and then he kind of shoves it away and tries to put on his tough exterior that you're familiar with. Just kind of, well, good for them. Good for them.
Yeah, I suppose not so good for the cattle in the area, but a promise is a promise. Look at
sorry.
Reverend can dance. They're dancing around the map right now.
I'll start.
Oh shit! Wait, I didn't realize that I was doing that. I was just playing with my arrow keys.
My fingers will start trilling out the opening bars to Streets of Laredo. You know, the Cowboys' lament. Just kind of absent-mindedly.
Just pulls his hat down a little farther.
He Lee goes behind the bar and grabs a bottle. With James, did you go up to the bar with as well?
yeah.
Okay, so he pulls out 2 glasses, given that Reverend and JT are elsewhere, and pours a couple drinks, one for himself as well. Says, well, I appreciate that. Kind of sparing, if you will, my brother. I hope he's doing well. Otherwise, all things considered, but finding gathering loose ends. He offers a toast.
Yes, indeed.
I can't remember. I don't. Did Bud didn't give us like a specific message other than like just tell my
Yeah, I
brother I
don't think
said
so.
hi and
Yeah,
hope to
basically
see
that.
him or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
okay.
yeah, I think it was like I hope to
Yeah.
see you soon. Yeah, tell him that then.
Yeah, so yeah, Bud wanted us to pass along his regards. Don't know if he'll be stopping anytime soon to see you, but wanted to at least pass along that message to you.
I appreciate that. Be good to see him again, if and when that happens. Doesn't happen too often now these days with him on the run, doing his thing, as that may be. So perhaps maybe we meet out at the old pond again, as we used to. The old wives' tales they tell about that place these days doesn't really get much visitors anyway, so that'd be a good spot for that.
Was it some pond around here? Ain't come across one yet. Pretty dry everywhere I've been.
Blood Pond. Yeah, you're not familiar with Blood Pond?
Oh,
Blood
of
pond?
course.
No,
Blood pond.
that sounds like a hell of a place. You said you and Bud used to hang out there when you were kids.
Yeah, good old swimming hole.
Blood pond. You all went swimming in something called Blood Pond.
Yeah.
Of course, why not?
God damn,
Obviously.
they raise you boys up here in Wyoming different than they do down in Texas. That's for damn sure.
Now, Mr. Cooper, if the pond is just the right amount of mud in it, it's much easier to get the girls in it.
Well, that'd be if they called it Mud Pond, maybe, but Blood Pond? What the hell you taking anybody to Blood Pond?
Well, there's lots of people these days that think it does have a reason for that name after stories. He really emphasizes that. Is it stories of some other young boy that drowned. But you tell me, I think it's just a story to, scare kids. Old legend, if you will.
Where the hell's this pond at?
It is. I see it.
Oh,
it
it's
is
off,
west of Fort Bridger Trail, just north of Heaston Hill.
Yeah, northwest of Heaston Hill.
Is that in the county map?
Just the Heaston Hill
environs map.
environs.
Oh, the Houston map. Okay. Oh, Blood Pond. All right, there it is.
There it is, up in the top left. Good, another place to stop.
Oh, you fancy yourself a little dip?
I'm not sure all of me'd come back out.
I mean, if we're gonna go to partake in the swimming hole, we'll need to stop the dance hall at least a day earlier, so we have the proper kind of accompaniment. That'll be the female persuasion, gentlemen.
So your idea of good times, rounding up some women and taking them at the Blood Pond?
So, am I not wearing a frock? Is this being covered up? I'm confused.
I don't judge, Reverend.
No
Turns out-
judgment here.
Turns out JT stands for Jack the.
Oh no.
It is Jubal, as in the inventor of music, the ram's horn in the Hebrew biblical sense.
Oh, he's getting scholarly on us.
I'm not sure I knew that one. I'm supposed to know that one. What about Thaddeus? Which one? Who?
Valiant and wise, sir. Valiant and wise.
Just because you say it don't make it so.
Still aspiring to meet the
Well,
value of my name, Mr. Cooper.
I
Still aspiring.
always said you should always have something to grow into. So good for you, JT. Good for you.
Lee wiping down the counter, finish it after he finishes his drink, and well, gentlemen, as I said, appreciate you coming back, passing along news of my brother. Let me know if you yourselves make it over to have a dip in the pond. Let me know how the water is.
I'm actually curious about this story that you said.
What about?
Well, you said there are people thinking on the name of it, saying it's because of a young boy who went out there. What? I assume the story ends with him bleeding in the pond, but I'd like to know how we get from point A to point B.
As I said, just a legend or a tale that I think people just, told to scare the kids. Perhaps a young boy did drown, just didn't overestimated his abilities in the water, and unfortunately, what happened, but haven't again, I don't know. I think it's just a tale, and certainly when we used to go, nothing more than just a little area of water.
Oh, and remind me too, was Carter the place also had the vegetable doctor?
No, I think no, that was in Yuri here. Yeah,
Or Yuri, I mean, yeah,
it was
we're
here
at currently is
in
what I
Yuri
meant.
because
We tried to negotiate or something.
when you got your meal, I think he mentioned sorry, it was just basically sausage and beans or something like that.
Mhm.
He's like, yeah, no fresh greens or anything, especially since Dr. Moon had issues with his farm and bringing that stuff to the market.
Mm-hmm. So if I remember, I think JT sounded somewhat interested in talking to another doctor of some sorts.
Yeah, but actually, Rich is blanking on the specifics of that. You're
He's
right.
like-
I did say something about that. Yeah.
And I forget what all he said. Basically, I think just either Dr. Moon hadn't been coming around with his produce and whatnot because he had kind of this enhanced
Yeah, he had like
produce.
giant vegetables and stuff.
Yeah. We just hadn't been bringing that stuff around. So, sounds like you got what you needed out of my brother. What, we're off to now?
Well, suppose we got a couple different irons in the fire, as it were. Head back to Heaston, take care of business there, or pay a visit to that Doc Moon he told us about when we were here last.
If you can find him. Haven't seen him in a while.
So is farms just abandoned outside of town?
Anyone been up there?
Yeah, I think, but I don't wander. I definitely don't go around snooping those parts. And hell, we get stories in here left and right. as you would in an establishment like this, so often it kind of in one end, out the other.
Any stories specifically about about the doctor, or just your usual bullshit?
Yeah, just mostly just haven't seen him around. You know, he stopped bringing produce to the market, and I think some people have attempted to go check in on him, but no such luck from what I've heard.
I take it that's unusual. Doesn't usually disappear for stretches like that.
I mean, I guess I don't personally know the fella too well. He just kind of, as I said, made a name for himself with his giant vegetables and what have you. And all of a sudden, yeah, it seems like he just didn't bring it to market, but.
Well, suppose I'll turn to the rest of the group and ask them if they're interested in trying to track down another missing person. Seem to be doing that quite a bit lately. Or if want to leave the vegetable doctor to his own.
Oh, I'm. I mean, I know we have that business to take care of back in Heaston Hill, but I am mighty curious about this.
Are you, Reverend? I mean, you know what they say about vegetable doctors.
No, what do they say about vegetable doctors?
They always turn up.
On that note, can I get another drink, please?
Lee just shakes his head. He goes, "Boy, I need more than one myself after that."
Yeah, Lee, take one of them bottles for the road. I think I'm gonna need it.
For yeah, for talking with my brother, and I can do that. Pulls one out, slides it over, and on the house.
God damn it!
Appreciate that. You can't imagine the trials and tribulations we go through with him.
You've only spent what, total of an hour and a half, maybe, both days here, and I've already had my fill. So, y'all are saints.
So you actually made me. God damn it! Woo.
Well, you know, we haven't found Dr. Moon, so he might still be missing. You don't rush out right now, so.
Yeah, well, I guess to your point, Reverend, we do have other business to attend to, but at the same time, if somebody's gone missing, there's something we can do about it. I suppose we should at least check it out.
Well, and Lee, how much of the area's produce comes from that farm?
Well, I mean, you know, a lot of it relied on it, given what he was able to provide. You know, I mean, the other farms have definitely made up for it, but
Could be likely that some people might go hungry in the coming years if we don't figure out what happened to him.
oh no, I wouldn't say it's that dire.
Okay.
More just you know, a peculiar situation. Yeah, certainly what he was able to provide definitely helped, but kind of gestures to the air, but you know, out beyond his establishment. It's like, certainly saw the farmland on your way in and out, so.
I agree with Mr. Cooper. I think we should ride by and squash any further concerns about the vegetable doctor.
God damn it.
Oh, I didn't even catch that one.
Lucky you.
Ugh. I didn't have to catch it. Hit me full in the face. Ugh. Well, Uncle James, do you have an opinion, one way or the other?
Mm, I'd be more inclined to continue with our business back in Heaston, but if y'all want to check out the farm, I wouldn't mind.
The farm, then?
Yeah, I suppose we can at least ride by and take a look and see if anything seems out of place.
About 3 miles east of town here.
So I won't take it.
Little north, but mostly east. So I mean, you'll be a little out of the way, but
Assuming we're not attacked by giant cucumbers, well, we ought to make it back to Heaston before the day's out.
Yeah.
Why would I say something like that? It
Well,
feels
if what
like
you said about your 3 left feet is anything to go by, the only giant cucumber we gotta worry about.
all right. I regret saying it. I was trying to exaggerate how bad a dancer I am, but
Not as much as I regret ever hearing it. Well, let us leave.
I Y'all are worse than the cattle.
That's possible.
And with that, John's going to grab the bottle of whiskey off the bar and start heading towards his horse outside.
I'll kind of whisper in the Reverend's ear on the way out. You know, with the way John uses those guns with your holy direction, you do know John is a shortened version of Jehovah, correct?
I didn't know that. It seems fitting.
I mean, given his spelling, it's gift of Jehovah, but, you know.
Well, the gift of God comes in many, many forms.
And very dangerous amounts of lead, apparently.
Can be sometimes, depending on depending on the recipient. God meets the needs of all those who seek him and some who don't. As we're walking by the piano, it's just like
you head out of the gold coin. with
do I get to make a spirit roll against my minor phobia?
Yes, actually, you can.
Okay.
Do I get to? Hey.
All right. I think, I forget parameters on that. Well, isn't there a penalty to that?
Oh,
-2,
probably. I mean,
but-
it's -1.
-1. Yeah, so you'd
Yeah,
still succeed. So,
I get rid of it.
yeah.
Oh, so they go away for good?
Well, this one was, there's
Because
not really
because
rules.
I didn't make it with my.
Mhm.
Yeah. This was because he got this from the piano. Because I forget why, but I think like something caused the effect on him. But it doesn't really have rules of like, does that go away? So
It's because I got that from that table.
Yeah, the fear check.
We did that.
you're right. The fear check.
yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Actually, yeah. So
we did it right the first combat we had, and
Yeah.
then we forgot about it in subsequent ones.
yeah. So and then I was just kind of like, given an opportunity to kind of get rid of it. So
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
You've stared the evil in its eye.
Ivories.
You've
And it's
seen
it's
worse.
ivory- and it's
yeah,
ivory
you've seen
keys.
worse. Maybe that's.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
seen tougher pianos than you.
You head out.
JT's playing the piano while throwing out terrible jokes cleared one phobia and is caving another.
Now I'm scared of puns, plant-based puns.
You head away from the gold coin, saddle up, and you're heading towards the farm.
Yeah, take a little ride up
Okay.
there.
Yep.
You head a little north, mostly east, out of Yuri, towards Dr. Moon's experimental farm.
Sounds like a hippie commune or something.
That's what I thought it was when we first saw it on the map.
You approach in the mid-afternoon here, sun high over you, and immediately you can see that the place looks neglected, disused, overgrown. You notice like oddly shaped trees and ivy vines, part of the overgrowth around as you approach.
Well, how long's this doctor been missing? I thought he hadn't been going that long. This place looks like a shithole.
Well, I mean, they did say he was growing his vegetables pretty big. Maybe he just didn't take care of the pruning.
Good God, Todd, if science and weird science cannot be used in this encounter.
I'm gonna write up a new character. Let's start right now.
Yeah, so I mean, it clearly looks unnatural amounts of growth, right? Because they're not saying he's been gone that long.
A combination of both. Maybe like you just didn't realize he was gone longer than what's mentioned, but a combination.
Could have like disappeared like right after one of his shipments went out, and then been gone for that whole time.
Right.
Well, let's take a look around. And given what we've seen, I've never seen a plant come to life and try to take someone. But
You are
Reverend,
just asking.
all plants are already alive. It's
I know
the
that.
taking people part that we need to worry about.
You're going to call me on semantics when we're about to go into a jungle of potentially man-eating plants?
I'm just trying to squash your fears.
Just like spurs his horse on.
As you come into the into the farm, there's like a residential like house building, and then a few other. You've got probably a smaller utility tool shed, and then there's a couple other larger buildings as well. Large barns or utility barns on the premise as well. All, the whole area definitely showing overgrown grass, everything else, so.
You said there was a house of some sort there?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I suppose first place to look for anybody might be the house.
Yeah, I'm gonna head over to the tool shed.
Okay.
Kind of keep an eye out.
Hey, I have a plan. We should all split up, go into the dangerous experimental farm, and see what happens.
As whoever's heading up to the house, you get up there, and the front door, is not open. It's locked. You check on that. Dust and whatnot. You can see some cobwebs that have definitely settled. JT, you head over to the tool shed to go inspect that. If you want, give me a notice check. The rest of you, if you want, you can give me a notice check as well. It's kind of, you go up to the house.
One of these days, I'm going to put some points into my notice. Actually have...
Notice and freaking occult. If there's two things we did not sink the right amount of points into.
All right, not
I got a
ton
D6 in
there.
it. It's not terrible. But
Yeah, me too.
Reverend,
Oh, I passed.
yeah,
Oh,
yep. In addition to
Yay.
just kind of, the locked door and whatnot, you can kind of you realize like you can see in some of the windows that are pretty dirty and whatnot, but you can also see inside that it carries on this, no signs of anyone had been in there. Just in the way certain things are in the house, you carry the assumption over that it doesn't look like anyone's been in here for a little bit.
There's like a thin layer of dust over
Yeah,
everything.
yeah. JT, you head over to the tool shed. It's cracked open, and there are just kind of more like guarding tools, things like that in there. Nothing.
Things you would expect to see.
Yes. Yep. Nothing. There's a few implements that you'd be familiar with as a man of your profession as well, though. That would also be expected for if this guy is making giant produce, then he's probably got some kind of a operation going
like
on.
Like a still.
Not necessarily in this room, but
special-
just a few implements that relate to that as well.
Okay.
But as you're kind of digging around and whatnot, you hear a voice, JT, of coming in the direction of the larger buildings. What? Who? What are you doing? It's more you damn pod people. Get the blasted off my property.
The pod people, I head straight towards the voice.
You come
I'm
out and you
some alien
see.
shit right now.
You come around and you head towards one of the buildings, and there is a gentleman there that looks very disheveled. He's got goggles on. He's wearing like a long, coat. He just, his whole overall appearance is very shaken and whatnot, and he's got heavy gloves on. And as you come around the corner, he just, continues this. Stay away from me. Stay. The pod people. They're just. You're one of them. You're part of them, and they're multiplying.
oh, jeez.
Sir, I can guarantee you I'm not from Barsom, and I start speaking in Latin. I am J.T. Beauregard, Professor of Miracles. You are fine.
You're saying all that in Latin?
Well, I started in English, and then I start speaking in Latin after I introduce myself, repeating it.
He doesn't. You see a reaction that it's definitely not a positive one or one of recognition. He says, "Don't talk to me in that language of what of your abomination are. Leave."
It is Latin, sir. It is well known that the green-skinned folks from the other planets do not speak Latin. It is a sacred tongue of our planet, grown in the earthy soil of Rome.
This moment, Reverend and John turn around to realize that JT has gone around the other side of the barn.
Yeah, did we? Because we didn't hear anything, did we? Because we're probably too far away.
You can give me notice checks.
A notice check? Good. This will go well. Here we go.
Ooh, double sixes,
Ooh.
then double threes.
Yeah, John, you
alright.
definitely hear kind of it's not that big of a complex. So yeah, you definitely would be hearing because Dr. Moon, or this gentleman, is very animated. So definitely, yeah. I was gonna look something up. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, so I guess I'll tap Reverend on the shoulder and say, "It sounds like I don't know, maybe JT's found somebody. Let's go check it out."
All right, we'll follow. Go heading over to where JT is.
As we're walking that way, since we don't see JT, I think he said he went around the other side of the barn. We'll just kind of start saying, "JT, who'd you find back there?"
JT, Okay, anything else that you were saying other than spouting off about aliens?
I mean, definitely trying to calm him down in my most delusional way.
Okay, so give me a
Obviously, aliens don't speak Latin. What are you, an idiot?
Yeah, that'll help calm him down.
give me a persuasion roll. Yeah, just straight persuasion.
Yes.
Okay, very nice. So, SWADE has a very cool reaction table.
Ooh.
Unfortunately, this person is kind of at the bottom there. The raise, I think, moves it up 2 spots. Yep, 2 levels. So, he has moved to uncooperative from a hostile.
Well, 8 is a double raise, is it not? Unless there's a modifier I'm not.
Well, it's 4, and then you get to 8. And that's,
Just a
that's
raise,
That's
yeah.
a single raise.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sorry,
yeah.
I'm sorry.
And the gentleman looks at you, and the edge comes off a little bit, and but he's still a little bit heated, and he says, who are you? What are you doing here?
Again, my name is J.T. Beauregard, and I'm looking for Dr. Moon.
You found him, but I don't trust nobody anymore. Everyone's turning into pod people. I can't be assured that you are not one as well, just like my damned assistants I had to eliminate.
So I rummage around in my doctor's bag, pulling out sketches of different aliens that I have
well,
information on. I research these abominations that I think you're referring to as pod people. Do they look like any of these?
No, not at all. There's much a different kind. I'm familiar with those of another world, as you speak of, Mr. JT, but this is certainly not what we're dealing with here.
Have John and Reverend arrived at this point yet?
Yeah, I'd say definitely. But when you do, Dr. Moon would go back on edge, seeing other people, saying, "There's more of you. There's more of you coming. These damned. They're after me." And he begins slowly kind of retreating back into the nearest building.
That there, Dr. Moon, JT?
Yes, it is. Back off, gentlemen. Back off.
All right.
Ah,
Why are your sketches of aliens out?
you mentioned pod people. We were just comparing notes, as it were. But apparently the Lotharian and Oravar and those minions of Barsoom are not what we're dealing with. I'll just start rolling up the sketches.
I would assume, since we're on a vegetable farm, and pods are sometimes how seeds are transmitted, that perhaps he's talking about some plants? Plant people?
He's still kind of like going back, and at this point he's definitely not offering any response or anything, and he's making his way back into the building that he came out of, and kind of just slowly is very cautiously backing away until he heads back into the building.
What did he say about these pod people, JT?
That they're coming everywhere for him. He's
Kinda
worried about them.
Turn around and scan the area.
Yeah, give me a notice check. Nice.
Oh, damn.
Oh, another 6.
Very nice. So it's farm. At the edge of it, beyond it, you see the aspens that dot this area heavily. You see more of the growth. But beyond that, around in the landscape, there's not really anything that is of any note. As you may be kind of doing your pass inspection of the area, as you go by the building that Dr. Moon is going into, you do see some kind of exhaust and things off the top of the building that seem to be giving off a real faint mist. Some kind of a water vapor seems to be coming off of that kind of just draws your attention, but some kind of active operation, you assume.
So I'm going to turn around to the Reverend and say, Reverend, why don't you go try to calm down Dr. Moon?
Oh, my persuasion skill is even less than yours.
Clearly, he's distressed. Oh, perhaps you should drink this. I'll hand him one of Doc Maynard's things. So let me do a power on.
Okay.
The Reverend here real quick.
That's right, 'cause you guys can have boosts and stuff. You can boost traits and stuff.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Oh no.
Yes. Yes. I think it's only
Very
two
nice.
though. I don't think I think you can only get 2 out of it.
Yeah, generally the raises don't stack too much.
No, usually it
Yep.
just counts for
So
one.
2 steps. So your persuasion goes up 2 dice steps.
Oh shit! All right. Well, that's a D8 now.
Yeah, and don't forget your guys' PowerPoints would have recharged as well, riding
Yeah,
back
yeah.
from.
Well,
Yep.
you had a night's rest as well, so.
Oh, true. Yeah, we took a
Yeah.
took a
All right.
snooze.
I'll kind of creep up to the I'm not gonna creep up. I'm gonna walk slowly, hands out. I know he's like around a corner or something.
He went into the building.
Into the building. Okay. Doc Moon, you in there?
Just kind of from inside. Stay away. I know what you are.
Doc, my name's Reverend Marcus. I'm not a pod person. These pod people, do they talk to you like I'm talking to you right now?
They do. Take over bodies or whatever it is and become individuals just like yourself. They would say everything you're saying to make me believe that they're not who they really are. But I know what it is. I know what they are. I would
You
not
tell me-
recommend you coming in.
All right, I'm staying out here. I'm not coming in. All right, but I want you to know, none of us are gonna come in. We're keeping our weapons in their holsters. We're not. You don't want us to come in there. We're not gonna bother you. I just want to ask you a couple questions. Is that all right?
There's a little bit of silence and then say what you have to say.
Where do these pod people come from? Now, if I was a pod person, I'd already know that, so there ain't no harm in telling me. Right?
I'm not sure myself, to be honest. But I know they've come around and come after me. As I said, my 2 assistants taken over and had to put them down.
Hold the hell on. He's out here killing folk.
Reverend will just like easy.
Did you go up with Reverend John?
No, I'm standing back, but I guess hopefully I could maybe still hear the conversation, but I'm not like standing next to him.
The Reverend's
Okay.
outside the door, but he's not like. Is the door open a little
Yeah,
bit? I assume?
it's more of a larger like barn door.
Okay,
Yeah.
so he's standing in
He's backed.
view.
Yep.
He's standing in view. His arms are out to his side, like kind of raised up.
Yeah, I'd say John's probably a couple paces back, just kind of listening to the conversation. Heard him say, "I had to kill my assistants," and it's like, well, shit. This
Yeah.
guy's just insane and thinks people are possessed. He's just killing people, man. Not even be.
Yeah, Reverend's thinking the same thing, but trying to rationalize with him on his level.
Don't worry, Mr. Cooper. He's drank Doc Maynard's fabulous elixir. He'll be fine.
All right. How long ago did this happen? Your assistants got taken over.
Oh, it's just been in the last few days.
So all this overgrowth? How'd that happen? That happened in the last few days too?
No, it's been around a while. Not
Is this
much.
how you-
Not much one of a landscaper though.
This is how you grow your vegetables?
You see him gesture in to like inside the building. You can see there's some light in there, and you see these large like kind of cylindrical tanks or something, like a few rows of them inside. You can hear water rushing around as well inside. They're probably a good 4 feet tall. You can't really see anything in them. The sides are like a frosted white.
Okay.
So it's tough to see. You can maybe pick out some shapes above, floating on the surface, but from your distance until you kind of go inside, you don't really see anything else.
Okay.
But he's gesturing and he says, "I grow my produce here on the farm. I have some special ways to do so."
That's very impressive. Now, can you be more specific about what happened to your assistants? They started acting strange.
They did. They're taking over, become pod people. They just have a hunger for spreading and growing their kind. They came after me.
And you killed them.
I took care of the problem, yes.
Now, why do you call them pod people?
That's just what they are. They're kind of taken over by something that they grows up out of the ground and they hatch out of a pod.
You've seen this hatching?
I've seen the remnants of it.
Can you tell me where?
Well, I can show you.
You
He
can show us.
gestures. He gestures nearby within the barn.
Now, I can't see that from out here. But I'll only come in if it's okay with you. I just want to take a look.
Give me a persuasion roll.
All right. This is a D8 now.
Bitch, you got a bunch of bennies too. We've saved up.
Oh, that'll do.
Is that it? Right. Well, you get to roll your d6.
Yeah,
technically,
yeah,
if you
yeah.
want. Yeah, there
Well,
you go.
there you go. So another.
Hit it again. Yeah.
All right, so 8 total.
8.
Okay.
I know there was a better way to do that, but I kept clicking
Oh,
too
good.
quickly.
Yeah, I mean you got a raise out of it, so.
Yep.
Yeah, his demeanor kind of seems to change a little bit. He says, "I'm still massively cautious, Reverend.
I understand.
I'm willing to show you what I came upon, what I discovered, what I took care of.
All right. Now, I'm not as smart as you, Doc. It's not my profession, but Mr. Beauregard out here, he's a scientist like you. He might be able to make something of it. Is it okay if he comes in with me, or if it's just him?
I think just the one of you right now is fine. You can see what you need to see and report back your findings.
He's just talking about Reverend, or
Yeah, like just you, saying just
Okay.
you. Yeah.
All right. Now I'm trusting you. You're not going to shoot me when I walk in here.
He gives you a nod.
Okay, I'll go walk slowly, keep my hands away from my sides, walk in there, and see what he's talking about.
It's a
So-
trap.
He's pointing it's like
Been shot before.
in between a couple of the tanks there, and you head over to see what is there. Give me an athletics roll, please.
Oh, shit. All right, I've been bamboozled.
He's a pod person.
That's what I was kind of thinking. Oh, shit.
As you head over to the area that he's gestured to, you all of a sudden hear rustling and splashing in the water in one of the tanks nearby. And then all of a sudden, a large vine flies up out of the water and just snaps around you and grapples you tight as something in the water has a hold of you now and starts pulling you towards. You hit the side of the tank with a thud, and then it begins trying to pull you up into the tank.
Okay, I will. Do I get a chance to do something here?
You can, or we can do that next time.
Okay, we'll do that next time.
We'll do that next time. Okay, so yeah,
I've been
we'll
had.
Cliffhangers.
end there, and we will come back, see
Ah,
what that's all about. So
trying to be so diplomatic too. Turns out.
I mean, you were good there in that regard.
Yeah.
It's just Dr. Moon maybe pulled one over on you. So
Might have been a pod person all along. Damn, these pod people are smart.
Or it might be those terrible people from Lothar, Orval, or Barsoom. For those who haven't read, Edgar Rice Burroughs,
Or Ferenginar,
Yeah.
or Romulus, or
John Carter
Vulcan.
of Mars.
It seems like only because I'm not going to give you one on every time, Reverend, but there was a coup from the Hodag,
Oh,
which is
I
pretty
could've taken
funny.
it.
Well, I didn't offer it up because you'd gotten the other one, and there'll probably be other opportunities too. So.
Sure.
Um,
Sure.
But this
What
one
was
is
this one? Just
this one
curious-
is pretty
curious.
funny. So it's bull strength. Your strength die would increase 1 level,
Oh man.
as does your stench. Any notice rolls to detect
Oh,
you
man.
get a +4 bonus.
Oh,
+4. Wow.
Yeah,
Not very stealthy then.
stanky. Yeah.
yeah. The rest of you would probably struggle with that as well. So
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't take that one.
Yeah, that was a
Kinda
good one.
same.
I mean, like
I'm
I said,
trying
like
to.
you could kind of see if that was something you'd want to do, but yeah.
I'm trying to skirt by on the very bare minimum of social interaction in towns, and that's gonna make it a lot harder.
That would,
Yeah.
yeah.
Now that you've been entangled with a vine, maybe it's time to let the devil out, let that Manitou loose to save you.
I got other plans. Don't you
Alright,
worry.
Got to embrace that devil inside.
I gotta say, it's said like you're the most conservative Revenant player I've seen in the Deadlands game. Most of them are like all the way deep. It's like playing a Sith. Like it's like being a Sith in a campaign.
I
Like, you're
know.
just like I'm just gonna be bad all the time.
Yeah, and I wanted that. I mean, that was the purpose of making a preacher that's what's the actual name for it? Not
West.
Revenant.
Harrowed.
Harrowed, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
Was like to kind of circumvent that because I could tell, like looking at it, I was like, ooh, if I wanted to play a morally suspect character with this would
I
be
mean,
great.
if John becomes a Harrowed, he will be something to worry about.
No kidding.
John.
He needs to find those boots to help him become that way. Yeah,
All John's done is kill a bunch of evil things. Doesn't kill regular folk.
true, but
That we know of. We don't know. We don't know
the
your life.
Manitou could do otherwise. So
That's
Yeah,
true.
the other
Take
thing
it-
is James. I'm actually waiting to find out if Todd's going to put the two Manitou against each other.
Oh,
Right, because James
Because the
gambling
huckster,
powers,
the huckster
huckster's
talks to a Manitou as well.
Yeah.
right?
yeah.
did you see my message the
Yeah,
other day
I did. I
about
did
the?
remember that. I have been. I guess I haven't found a.
I didn't realize it goes that far. Yeah, because we're getting together in a couple weeks here, and my
that's right.
yeah, you guys both need to pick
I gotta
still.
figure out,
But
what
my
kind of character
one of my
I'm gonna
brothers
play.
is gonna be huckster, and so he's looking into all that. I'm like, holy shit, that's amazing! You could just like pull off, potentially, top
Yeah,
end
super
powers.
magic.
I
I mean,
hadn't
it costs,
really
but
looked at the other powers, which is part of the reason why. But
yeah.
I got.
There's
the-
not really any major negative too. It's just it costs you your action and points, but
in a Benny.
and a Benny. So I mean that, but
Mhm.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the hardcore Deadlands classic players. It's actually one of the things they complained about with the new Savage Worlds versions.
Yeah.
Is the huckster used to be like you are literally a deal with the devil all the time, and
yeah,
everybody in the party's kind of like always side eyeing the huckster, like, when are you gonna fuck all of us? Like, at what point are you gonna fuck us all over, right?
Soon.
And so, not to give Todd any ideas, but a GM I played with before, where we had a Harrowed and a Huckster in the same party, the Manitou that they were talking to, that they got their powers from, actually turned out to be lovers.
Oh,
Nice.
that's terrible.
It was
That's great.
not. It was not good in the end game.
Nice.
That. Yeah, but it's weird because my only two SWADE experiences are this game and a game that I'm running in the like hard sci-fi universe of The Expanse. And so like it's two very different, very, very different settings. But it works really well in both of them.
yeah.
Mhm.
This is a
Yeah,
good
it's fun.
system.
Man, we dug up some different systems the other day.
Mhm.
Other expansions and things. So, all right, guys. Well, great session as always. We'll be back in 2 weeks. I don't think there's any. Yep, my
No
calendar
holidays
looks
or
good.
anything.
I don't think so.
So yeah, we'll see you next time and figure out what's cooking at Dr. Moon's.
And that's our
Probably
next
the
session's right.
Reverend.
That's right before the weekend we were gonna do
Oh yeah.
in person, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the
Be-
17th.
Double Deadlands week.
Awesome.
Indy, we'll probably talk a little bit about carpooling, right?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Have a good night. We'll see you next time.
Yep. See you guys.
Okay, bye, guys.
All right. See you guys.